Oh man, I just got this box today and it has got, assuming, a basket in it. Came from a Dubos from North Carolina, look like from Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm going to open this up. I want to see. Customer said to send this. I've been having everybody to send me an email so that I can verify what they're shipping me is a Sweetgrass basket. I'm going to show you later. Ooh, I'll open it up here. Let's see. Let's just put all that right there. Ooh, we got the paper. Ooh, this is what it looks like. And here's the basket. I want to look and see what came from a burned. I don't have my glasses. A burned Dubos. I don't know whether that is a female or a male. And they are from Greensboro, North Carolina. Okay, I'll send all the regular papers, and that's what I need when you send the basket, all that information. The basket, it says the basket is 20 plus years. Okay. It's fairly yellowish. Looks like this basket has been in the kitchen and have accumulated some grease. I mean, that's what it looks like. I'm not sure, but I know normally when I see a basket like this, I can assume that it's sitting in the kitchen on the counter and it just builds up a little bit of the grease that's flying in the air. The handle's coming all shredding all here. The palm itself is rotted. So it looks like I'm going to have to rewind this entire basket for this customer. It looks real good at the bottom because it's sitting, but then in the inside it is nice, yellowish. I am going to see if I wash this basket, if I can take some of the color out. If not, I definitely have to go around the handles, and then I'll fix up some of the areas where it looks like it's coming apart here. So somewhere in there I will start that. But anyway, I am going to show you another basket. The reason why I have people send me a couple pictures, email me, so that I can verify that it's a Sweetgrass basket. Let me get this basket. Oh man, I picked up this basket because a customer emailed me 3 days ago. Basket looking just like this. This is not a Sweetgrass basket. This is some kind of basket from India, somewhere in the Indies or whatever, but they wanted this basket fixed. I didn't send it back because once I opened the box up, then if I wanted to ship this back, I would have to pay the shipping costs. And if the customer didn't want the basket back, then I would lose. And, you know, it can become a big headache trying to send something back to size. Assumingly that customer probably paid $40, $50 and they just gave up on it because it is not a Sweetgrass basket. So that is another reason why I asked customer to send me a couple of pictures so that I can verify it, and making sure that it is a sweetgrass basket. I'm just going to throw that on the floor right there. And as you can see, I'm working on a basket right now. You can see the difference, the coloring, the bulrush, the sweetgrass compared to the basket I had in my hand a while back. And what I really want to talk about now is I had in the past, I did a video, customer asking me, you know, how I got started repairing baskets. And you know, to make a long story short, I would say back 1997, nope, it was 1996. Every year I would come home and go down to the market for my mother on her birthday, which is in November, Thanksgiving time. And I also come back Christmas, and that'll give her 10 days off being out of the market, her birthday and Christmas. And I noticed that some of her basket is kind of loose, not tight. And I kind of wondered about that and started thinking about it. Just thinking about it. And I didn't think no more about it until maybe a year later. And at that time, with her, you know, coming into age, her hands were getting weak. So I started fixing little areas that I felt that the binding was becoming loose, and the basket was just, you know, just loose. And she was losing the strength in her hands. So I remember one time I said something about it, but I didn't dwell on it. I kind of left it alone. And I just fixed the basket. And every now and then I would just do that. I mean, it didn't catch on, but then somewhere 2000, I thought about it again, but I was always busy, and I never went back to fixing any of her basket. So finally, 2007, we came from a trip from overseas, and said, Mama, you know, some of your basket is loose, and I didn't like it, and my mom, you know, she was getting mad about it, and I said, well, you know, I'm going to have to fix the basket. I can't sell your basket like that. So I started fixing the basket then. You know, unfortunately, you know, after a year and a half, I would say, finally my mom passed away. So I just kind of left the basket there in boxes and all over the places. But now, to fast forward this, now the coronavirus comes along. Everything shuts down. The coronavirus started in 2020. All the businesses was closing. The market closed. We were all stuck at home. Nothing to do. And I just waddle all around the property and did this and that. And I was really getting bored because I couldn't go anyplace. So then I said, well, you know, I looked at a basket. I said, well, I'm going to tighten this basket. And I started there, and I started advertising. I said, well, let me do a YouTube, and everything just kind of shot off from there. Customers started sending their baskets in, started working on it, They loved it. They started telling their friends. Then I started getting baskets in, like this basket is 20 years old. I've gotten baskets that's over 100 years old. And if you go back to some of my videos, you'll see how I got it in, what it looked like after I finished it, send it back. They loved it and they would tell their friends, and I started getting backlogged. And my largest backlog was over 2 years now. So that's how, story short, that is how I started repairing baskets. And I've been doing it ever since. So now I tell customers as they send the basket in, please be patient, because it takes time to repair a sweetgrass basket. Sometimes I feel it's better to make a new basket compared to fixing an old basket. But I love working on sweetgrass baskets. And I find that it gives me ideas. And my mom always used to say, with a lot of her baskets, boy, you can't keep all my basket, you keep a couple and sell the rest. Now I understand what she's saying on that, because I would keep every last one of her baskets. But I'm going to take this basket and I'm going to put it back in the box, because I got several other baskets from customers that I am going to have to get to first, because I do a first in, first out. I don't want to lose anything on this, and I'll get to this as soon as I can. So if you want your basket fixed, you can send it to me. If you don't want it fixed, don't send it to me, because I'm going to treat this basket as if this basket or your basket as if I did this basket myself. So if you go back to some of my videos, you will see the kind of work I do here at Sweetgrass Basket and Dry Accessories. Okay, now as you can see, I've done the sides, and if you look down in the basket, it looks almost like brand new. This basket had a lot of grease in it, and if you look, the next phase is to try to do the very bottom, the middle piece. You can see how yellow that is, and that's grease in there. It's going to be very hard for me to get that out, because I've already done the sides. You can see how that side looks. So that last phase is to get some of this grease out, put some new palm in there, and make it look as if the sides, as if I just made this basket yesterday. So that's going to be the final phase. I got, well, maybe 2 more rows, and then I'll start the last phase, which is going to take a little more longer, because this palm is very brittle from the grease that's in there. You can see how the back still looks. So there's a big difference from the bottom and the inside. I started 1 row on this bottom, and I am not going to be able to do so. What I'm going to do when I get home is I'm going to have to get some Dawn, some kind of dishwashing. I got to make a special brush and see if I can't get some of the grime and look like food particles and grease out. So I'm going to have to try to mimic turning the basket upside down and kind of, you know, washing it out before I start doing any more winding, because the basket is not going to look good trying to get new palm down in there, which is kind of hard. I mean, I've tried it, it still don't look right, so I don't want to put new material and then having to wash it. It just ain't gonna come out right. I don't want to wet this basket, but I think I'm gonna have to. So I am going to lose a little time on this because I need the basket to also dry again before I do any work. The palm on the outside, it looks pretty good, but in the inside I know it's brittle because the oil has hardened, causing it made a hard time to even break the binding, which is good if you never touch the basket again, but that grease just don't look right in the basket. So I'm gonna have to wait till I get home to work on this one, or at least clean it up, let it dry, and maybe come back next week when I'm in the market and finish it. Because I just need to do this bottom. I only got 2, 4, 6, 12 rows to go. I tried with this other palm. I'm gonna take this palm back out. I don't like the coloring. I don't think it's gonna dry like it's supposed to. Man, I really wanted to finish this basket, but it's not gonna happen because of that grease. That's why I tell customers, put a little wax paper down into the basket, because if they just use a hand towel or regular towel, that grease is gonna soak right through and then right onto the basket, and this is what happens. But this is a 40-year-old basket or a 20-year-old basket, kind of to the customer. We shall see. So I'm done with this for today. I'm gonna take it back home and do my thing. And I am gonna work on another basket.